All right, so I'm using Baohong 100% cotton cold pressed paper block. It's a 7 by 10 inch. Got my palette here, my paints. Everything's in the description, so just click the description box below to get all of the supplies if you miss me what I'm saying I'm using. So we're gonna get this look kind of wet, but meanwhile we're gonna have our colors ready to go. I like to use tube paints because they're easy to activate. Just spray them even if they're kind of dried out a little bit. Kind of easy to activate. And we're going to play around. I'm going to get this 2-inch flat brush. I'm going to get this paper fairly wet. I'm going to play around with all kinds of colors. Okay. I'm going to grab a 16 round aqua Princeton series brush. So got some bright rose here. Might add a little bit of yellow, get like a blush tone color. Kind of play with this a little bit. Maybe a little more pink. Or I'll add some ultramarine blue deep to make a little purple. I'm gonna just wet this down a little bit more. Now you can play around with this if you want to have blue sky, a purple sky. I can tilt the paint. Look at that, it's moving. Might grab a little cobalt. It's moving, it's moving. Throw that in there. Cobalt paint or the cerulean blue paint. Doesn't have to be this, could be anything you want it to be. I'm getting a little more cobalt. Playing around with the sky, moving it around like so. Dipping, dipping. Now I'm going to start to mix up some greens real quick. This is kind of a fast moving thing. If you need to make your greens up faster, do that while you cadmium yellow deep and Prussian blue. And a little bit more yellow here to get a light green. I'm going to activate some of my cobalt turquoise. So here we're just going to throw in some green. I'm just moving it around like so. Keep some of that white in there. See, I'm just going to wiggle in my paint. Now I'm going to add some more Prussian blue, a little thicker, and some burnt umber, so it's a deeper green. Still moving around. You kind of move your paint like this, tip your wonderful paper, move it around. I'm going to get darker down below. I'm not going to add some browns. More of that Prussian blue again. I'm going to switch brushes to a skinny brush. This is a Princeton 8 long round. I'm going to start to go up here and flick up some. This paint is really thick. See how thick this is? It's not moving as much. It's called, basically it's butter. And I'm going to move my brush up like this. Get some fun grasses. In and around this way. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring my yellow down. Getting this wet. If it dried, you can just get it wet again. I'm getting it wet again. I'm going to go in and add my turquoise. This is a cobalt turquoise light. Play with that, adding this color in here. Making fun little flowers and meadows, greens. Again, getting thicker with these two colors, burnt umber and Prussian blue. Going up here, flicking the brush, getting these dark greens in. And there's a reason for that. We're going to do a little scraping with a credit card. Going to add some of my yellows. Flicking up the yellowish green color. It's too much fun. And then down here I'm going to add some greens. Now we can start to add some colors in here, like pink or even that orange, which is a red. I'm sorry, it's not orange, it's cadmium red light. But I think the pink will be prettier. I'm going to move some of this paint out of the way. Grab my bright rose. Kind of tap some of that color in there. Now, another thing we need to use is white gouache. And why the gouache? Because when you kind of throw the gouache in there, Still very, very wet. Everything's very wet. We can't even scrape yet because it's so wet. We can splatter a little gouache and create this really kind of cool look because it's opaque, has a little chalk to it. I'm just going to grab my 10 brush, grab any kind of brown brush, loosen up the paint a little bit. Mine's really thick. Gonna loosen up. You don't want too loose. You don't want loose like watercolor. You want it thick. So when you go to smack it down, splatter it. Now that might be a little too small, the splatters. I'm going to get this looser. Bigger ones. Bigger ones. Kind of go like that in one section. Starts to create these really cool. Now you can also just tap it. And so they get bigger. And we could add some pink in that area. We'll have some like really sweet flowers and create this really kind of cool meadow. Tap some up this way, down this way. You don't have to have them everywhere. So paint a little bit thicker here. I'm just seeing what I like. Up here, we don't really need it as much. Cleaning off my brush. I'm grabbing some of that pink paint. I could even mix it in the gouache. We could tap some pink. Get this light pink happening in here. Sweet little pink meadow. And I think I'm going to add, could add some purple tones. Could add some more of the turquoise. Cleaning off my brush. Getting that turquoise hue back. Really kind of sweet color. And of course, some yellow. Now, yellow right out of the gate of the tube, thick like butter, should do really well. You can do a bunch of yellow ones up here. Just tapping. It's very, very wet still, but it's starting to dissipate. We don't want it super loose. We want it kind of right out of the tube so it doesn't move as much because that paper is so saturated with watercolor. I'm just doing little taps. It's already doing this thing where it's dissipating. We can throw the thick yellow inside the white. So it's like a flower. Look at that. Just tapping inside that. You already have like an instant daisy. Really kind of sweet and cool. Go little taps up this way and a few down this way. Now the paint is really starting to really seep into the paper at this point. And you could scrape, but it might fold right back into the paper. So you want to just time it just right. You know, I'm going to go down here and add a little bit darker color here. Go back up. So I'm grabbing my Prussian blue and my burnt umber, kind of making some little stems like so. It's still doing its moving. Look at this, it's kind of funky in here, right? Another color was thinking about, you could add a little purple, so ultramarine blue deep and that bright rose, or even, you know what's a great color? Lavender from holbein, because it's almost like gouache. It's watercolor, but it's almost like gouache. So it's thick like that. You can start to tap in some of that color. Little taps up this way. So it's starting to do that movement. Maybe a few purple ones down here. So it's a kind of fun, sweet little meadow. Little bigger ones there. Some smaller ones down this way. You don't know what's going to do. You don't know what the, it's so wet. You know, where's the paint going to go? That's all the magic. Can do teeny weeny little, try and do little teeny ones because I know it's going to get bigger, but how much bigger? Right? I don't suggest splattering It's not always the best thing to do sometimes. And then you can take the gouache and actually make petals, like daisy petals. See? Instead of just hoping that it splatters into it, you can actually make some daisy petals. Still very damp. So really kind of fun. I love this, but then you can have some fun, cool petals like that. And maybe make some bigger ones. I know you guys can paint a daisy petal. So you get a nice combination of the two. And maybe this is very wet in here. It's kind of cool, right? This little section, I'm going to go back in with some of my darker color, thick green, play around with this, going around this. It's still very, very wet. Let's see. It's going to move around a little bit, kind of help it by tilting it. Okay, then I grab a 8 long round. Again, go back and do some wonderful stems. Now it's still very wet. I'm going to try and play with the credit card. Grab an old credit card. Let's see if we can scrape a stem. Oh, that's good timing. See, it's still shiny, but it's not dried. Some of it's doing really well. See, it's too wet up here. This part is just right. This is so much fun to do. You take your time with the wet on wet, especially look at it. It's very, very wet up here. Now, it's also good if you if it's not dry, you can kind of scrape for your branches and stems, and the paint folds back in, and you get this great look as well. So it's a twofold situation. Now here it's kind of all too dry. Oh, not too bad. Going down to the bottom there. Some grasses. I don't want to scrape too much. A little goes a long way, right? And then we get the Prussian blue and the burnt umber, a little bit of yellow. Or you can just use some burnt sienna, which is a nice color. We can start to put some stems in here. I think it's still too wet up here. If I start to put it up here, we'll play around with this a little bit. Poking through. Look at that. Sweet. You can also do some flowers once it's dry. This section. Little pokes. I'm using the 8 long run again. This fun little meadow. I love just playing like this. You can do so many variations of this. So many variations. I'm not sure if I don't like this green so much, I can also lift it up a little bit with my paintbrush. So you're just scooping it up and tapping back on your paper towel or whatever thing you're using if you're not using a paper towel. This kind of section in here I'm really digging. I'm going to go back and with some pink kind of tone. I'll use my white gouache, a little bit of pink, purple, whatever. Ooh, look at that. Just tapping, creating this really kind of pretty wildflower, but in a tone, not just white. A little pink, just a light pink. Super fun. And that's all there is to it. You can have so much fun with this. Adding a little color. I think it's great. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me know. Just playing with watercolor, wet on wet, scraping, adding some branches, all that great stuff. If you want the extended version, click the link in my profile to join my Patreon where you get the extended version. But play with your watercolor. Do some wet on wet. Add some thick paint, thinner paint, scraping, all the great stuff. Super fun. All right, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.